Hi, and welcome again to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. A slight technical problems there. I'm not sure if you saw my first attempt at doing the live stream. So that is it. The Premier League is now over, and we win 3-1 against Burnley away from home. Another away win, but just two and far of those wins. They were not enough wins away from home, and lo and behold, when I saw there was 1 point separating us, them not down the road, and Chelsea. So those three consecutive losses that we got there, if we had got a draw or a minimum a win, we would have secured fourth place. But anyway, that is the by and by. That's the by and by. So just getting back to the game today, in the end, it ended up being a comprehensive win for us. We beat Burnley 3-1. It was a brace from Aubameyang and one goal from Eddie Nketiah. I was very, very happy for Eddie Nketiah because he didn't get to start. He doesn't get to start. He didn't get to have many starts this season, and now we know fully well, of course, that Danny Welbeck is not going to be signing with us, not staying with Arsenal. It'd be a good way for Nketiah to be rolled out for the new season. But yeah, a satisfactory way for us to finish the season 3-1 there, because I was actually thinking that we're probably going to lose against Burnley, Sean Dyche's team there. And no, we managed to we held on there with a pretty good performance there, and we closed out the game. They were slightly dirty, weren't they? A little bit dirty players there. I mean, Barnes and these other guys there were quite dirty in the way they were playing there. But of course, Sean. That's the way Sean Dyche's team plays there. Just trying to kick us, all over the pitch. And thank goodness we kept our heads, and we managed to secure the last game of the season a win. So, first of all, congratulations to Man City for winning back-to-back Premier Leagues there. And the big one, May the 29th, Chelsea versus Arsenal, the Europa League Cup final. I'm not sure, if anyone's got any questions there. Again, good afternoon after the match just finished a few minutes ago. But I was chatting to TC from I'm Gonna Talk, and we were just hoping actually to meet up and go to the Emirates Stadium to watch on the big screen. But there's not going to be any large showing. I'm not sure if you guys know, but there's not going to be a big screen showing of the match in the final because of some renovation works going on outside the Emirates. So yeah, you have to go to your local pub to see the final, or if you're going out there to Baku, I hope you've made your journey now to reach there in time. But yeah, I'll probably I will do a video, pretty much video, just talking about that maybe the team, the 11 that Unai Emery will probably choose, going through the season, and actually saying that we're going to be doing like a Cannon Fodder special with a collaboration. I can't go into too much detail because there's still more details to be had. But yeah, we're going to be talking about end of season, and it's funny. The season it's finished very, very quick. It's over so very quickly. It's hard to believe that after 22 years having one manager, Unai Emery came in. I remember his press conference when his people were saying that his English is not all that great, and he, I speak some Spanish, but yeah, his English at that point was okay, and look to see how he is now. He's come on, in leaps and bounds. But yeah, the season has gone by very, very, very quick. But yeah, just quickly, just getting back to the performance again. I don't want to go over old ground. It was good to see Mavropanos get a few minutes, even though he limped off with an injury. It was good to see Monreal there, as solid as usual. And actually, surprise, surprise, I think for me, maybe one of them, maybe the player of the game could be Mustafi. Mustafi had a really good game. And like I've said many times, that if it looks like a duck, and sounds like a duck. We all call it a duck. Mustafi had a really good game, and we will say he had a really good game. So yeah, it was really really good to see that we put a, competitive and competent performance there to shut out Burnley, because they're a very tough team, and we know again our away record is or was so terrible this season. Um, yeah, guys, whoever's watching, I see there's like 14 people watching. If this is the first time that you've seen Canon for TV, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification button, because tomorrow UK time 5 p.m. not 5 p.m. It's going to be 5:30 p.m. I'm going to be having James Rowe back on the show. We're just going to be talking about the Europa League Cup match there, where we see it going in the final. So I will leave the link. I'll do some promo work again between now and tomorrow. So make sure you hit us up tomorrow. Fan comments with James Rowe and myself. And also on Wednesday is the Voice of Reason. I mean, that segment is shared between Colin from Much Arsenal. Again, I will leave the link in the box below. And also my brother Raz. And on Fridays, we have Easy Talk, the bite size or the long length version. Right, so in the chat, just very quickly, we've got Arnav Ghosh. Good evening. I think it must be very late where you are now. Is it so sad that I could just follow the commentary? Channels in India was showing the Liverpool and Man City games, but then we have the European finals to look forward to. You believe Spurs will win anything? And I don't even want to entertain that conversation there. If they do win it, we would never ever hear the end of it. Never, never. So I don't even want to talk about Spurs just down the road there. You know what I mean? But I know. Tom, what do you think? Do you guys think that Spurs could win the Champions League final? The first North London club to do so. Oh my goodness, God forbid. So guys, I don't know. If anyone else wants to come to the chat, any questions, I try and answer them, as honestly as possible. This is the second live stream I've done, post match. I might do it a little bit more after that, but we'll try and chop and change. Any questions, guys? Again, you're watching Canon for the TV. If you've not seen this Arsenal based platform before, and you like what you see and hear so far, make sure you press the subscribe button and the notification button, because we always hear from so many people, oh, we didn't see any of the latest videos. You need to press the notification button. So any thoughts, guys? Any thoughts on the match today, Arsenal versus Burnley? Did you guys think that we'd win against Burnley? Are you surprised at the scoreline 3-1? Really, Aubameyang should have had a hat trick. Now I'm not sure how it plays out now, because I think all the top three players, ended up on 22 goals. Mane, Salah, and King Aubameyang as well. So I don't know. What's the situation? Do they share the golden boots now, or what? I don't know. Good evening, Paul Smith. Welcome back into Canon for TV. And he said, "Oh my God, but should have, a second hat trick." All right, so he gets shared out. Okay. Antoine Butler, Arsenal should have been in the top 4. Ah, dear. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Doesn't win us anything. But you're right. I think when we lost against Everton away, I think that was the turning point, the watershed moment for Emery, and he probably decided, again, the squad and the depth on the squad is not big enough and strong enough to sustain a Premier League charge, FA Cup run, League Cup, and the Europa League Cup as well, all at the same time. I just think maybe he just felt, you know what, no, let's put all the eggs in one basket, which is the Europa League Cup, I'm experienced in that, so let's go for it. And lo and behold, he's done, a great job for Arsenal. His first season. This is his first season in the Premier League, one of the toughest leagues in Europe. And he's got us into a Europa League Cup final. The first time in 13 years. Well, actually, the final last one was 2006. But the guy has done a fantastic job for us. And we see there's some people who are calling for his head. The fan base is so fickle. We just need to give this guy patience and ka-ching, some money. So let me just quickly go back into the chat. Paul Smith says, if we won against Brighton, we would have finished third. I mean, imagine Tottenham drew, didn't they? 2-2. Sloppy defence all season. Fix that defence. Antoine, I mean, who would you like to see, form the basis of the defence? Again, I know Mavropanos came back, but unfortunately he got injured. But guys, tell me, like there's always saying, anyone can talk about problems, but come up with some solutions. What is the solution for the defence? There has been some talk. I'm not sure if it's just paper talk, but Mustafi is apparently being touted to go. Is it AC Milan? Milan. So is that true? I'm not absolutely sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, money. But what about the younger players, the youngsters? There's Medley. There's Mavropanos. Midfield, we've got Smith Rowe. If he fixes the defence mess, just think we could do something. Yeah, because I think the defence, the attacking strike force is there. It's there. But we can't always look to outgun, pardon the pun, outgun the opposition. We have to be more firm, in the defence. We have to be. Yeah, I don't like to look back, what could have been, but yeah, if we only beat Brighton at home. If we beat Brighton at home, things would have looked a lot rosier. All right, so I've got the JLK. Eddie. Yes, Eddie Nketiah. Rising 101. Welcome back to the chat, brother. Better midfield controller who is immune to press. Oliver Dewsbury, we need a complete defensive reshuffle. We better win that trophy now. Oh, Paul, the pressure's on. The pressure's on now, isn't it? The pressure really is on. And Antoine Butler comes out and says, hope they spend money during the summer. But Antoine, is it not the fair play? Is it not the money situation, the FFP? And because our wage is ridiculously high, that's what stopped us from bringing in players. I think we have the money, but we just can't spend it. I mean, look at Chelsea. They were caught up, having all these players on their books. I'm not sure. I think they've appealed, and they probably lost the appeal there. But incredible. Maitland-Niles is good, yeah, but Maitland-Niles, excuse me, he's a midfielder. And, we brought in Lichtsteiner to challenge Bellerin for the right back position. Bellerin needs a proper challenge. He needs someone to really challenge him. Lichtsteiner, unfortunately, wasn't the answer. It wasn't the answer. You could see, his legs are gone. If we had him maybe 5 years ago, then that would have been probably, a good exchange there between him and Bellerin. But Maitland-Niles play the players in their positions. He's not a right back, although he's had a relatively good season. Not want to say a fantastic season, but he's had a relatively good season. Play the players in their position. Okay. The Oliver Juice says, I can't wait for Smith Rowe and Nelson. Yes. Yeah, we can't wait for him to come back. They need to come back sooner rather than later. Rising 101, Ozil's agent is making statements that he will be staying and bleeds red, apparently. I'm not going to get into the Ozil debate because you know my opinion about Ozil. I just think, yeah, in that game against Valencia, he didn't have a good match. But again, I'm not going to get to that. You know my thoughts already. And Antoine says, yeah, and sign him, be in the first place. Yeah, Niles cannot defend. You are right. He cannot defend. He's a little bit too casual on the ball as well. Good oil needed to play more. Ozil needed. You think Ozil's needed? I think he's just declining. He's 30. He's 30 years old. His powers are diminishing. If he was a Power Ranger or an Avenger, no, they would have put him out to retire, man. He's not the Ozil, that even Real Madrid had. But again, I don't want to get into that Ozil debate. I don't want to get into that. Yeah, to make a good final pass. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Almost 30. I did see somewhere that there's talk about Auba and Laka. We need to tie these guys down to a long term contract. Their best strike force in years, maybe since Henri, Righty. Tie these guys down. Tie them down. Oliver Dewsbury says, Mickey has to leave for me. Yeah. I can't even say he's been hit and miss. He's been more missed than hit, hasn't he? I know he had a small run of good games and he was scoring some goals for us before he got injured the last time. But apart from that, his performance just dived. It's just dived, hasn't it? Mkhitaryan. Who else can make that pass since Ramsey's gone? Mickey, yeah, he does. Disappearing act. Yeah. Yeah. I think Emery was a little bit too quick to send Smith Rowe out, on loan. I think he would have been the perfect natural replacement for Ramsey. Again, like I said many times, because we know the budget for bringing new players is so tight, blood these young players in. We've always had that policy of blooding young players. Bring them from the academy and play them. The money is going to be so tight, this summer. I know there's a few players leaving, and maybe with the sell of maybe I don't know, Xhaka and Mustafi. Yes, trust the youth. Give them a chance. Give them a chance. There lies in the answer. We don't have to follow all the other teams there who have miles more money than us. Let's blood in the youth players. Prepare. Excuse me, terrible cough. Prepare them. The answer's right there. We don't have the money. We can't compete. Compete? Yeah, remember, we were told we're leaving the Highbury to go to the Emirates to compete with the likes of all those, big European clubs. Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Real Madrid. That was a big lie. It was a big lie. Okay, let's quickly get back into the chat because I can see you guys, just throwing all these comments. Absolutely fantastic. Guys, thank you for coming into the chat. Yeah, facts. Yes, Antoine. Trust youth. Got to be a way around the budget. Yeah. Absolutely terrible. We've got to do both a nice mix. Yeah. Blood in some youth and bring in some. Would you like to see experience to be brought in, like like a headline, what do they call it again? A real flagship signing, or what do you want? You say a mix. Does it have to be a top line signing that we have to make, or what? What are you saying? Shaka Mustafi cost us so many points this season. Yeah, like I said, I was at the Brighton game, and just to see Shaka commit that penalty right in front of where we were there, that was so destroying, so destroying. Okay, Paul, exactly. They have that chairman is a disgrace. Sold players. Oh, sorry, players. Do you think the Ramsey situation really, really hurt us? Do you think it really hurt us? Do you think there was any way that really Arsenal, if we had negotiated better, that we could have kept him? Yeah. Okay. That's just the Arsenal way, isn't it? We let players run down their contracts, and then lo and behold, they go to one of our rivals and do a lot better there. Yeah, we will miss him. Should have signed him. Yeah, and now he's going to be a 400,000 a week at Juventus. Do you know what? I wish him all the best, but I got a sneaky feeling I don't think he's going to be a success in Juventus. Something tells me that. And the main and on says either a poor or an acceptable season. All rise in a Europa League final. Really does? Yes, it does. It does. It gives us some kind of leeway, because if we had secured top four, that would have been it. Would have been in the Champions League for next season anyway. But this is going to define our season. Really. Really, it's like, I'm not supposed to use that word, but schizophrenic, because our away form was so terrible, and it is the mentality of the players. We don't have enough players who can roll up their sleeves and get down and dirty, and put in the challenges. And like I said many times, we don't have a natural leader. We don't have a natural captain. Yeah, there's Socrates there. Yeah, there's Torreira in the middle of the field there. But where's the natural leader there? A Tony Adams, who can get these guys together and give them a kick up the backside. We've been missing that personality for so many years. So many years. Okay, the defense is too old. Okay. But Bacano. Again, how much are these players going to cost us? Isn't the answer already there? We have the defenders there. They're young players. I don't want to pressurize you guys, but does anyone want to come up with a prediction for the final against Chelsea? And would you have preferred that we faced Eintracht Frankfurt? Okay. I think I'm going to call it quits. And I want to say thank you to everyone who came into the chat, who has ever seen Cannon for the TV, and all the segments that we have had, over this season. Thank you so very much. And like I say, without any followers on Twitter, any subscribers on the YouTube channel, there can never, ever be a Cannon for the TV. So to all of you, I thank you so very much. Like I said, we're going to be doing like a preview on the Europa League Cup final. As there's some videos that people already submitted to me, all the way from Costa Rica, some gooners out there and all over the world. But anyhow, this has been Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. And a final game breaking news.